I'm Alex and I love to make AirTags travel. With the help of people watching these videos, I managed to make them travel to all corners of the world. This month, more videos will be coming, like the one that went to Chernobyl and had a special mission there, and the one that went to Estonia but took a 8,000-kilometer detour. Since I started this AirTag channel, I had many viewers from the USA reach out to me. And so I think a country this large and diverse should have its own AirTag tour. We start off with sending it to the true home of the AirTag, California. After preparing an AirTag, I mailed it out and I could see the AirTag make its way to Amsterdam Airport, from where it eventually took a flight to Newark. From there it was transported overland to JFK Airport, and from there it's a bit of a mystery how it ended up in San Francisco. I picked it up in Kearney, New Jersey, and the next time I heard from it again was 12 hours later in Sacramento, California. 2 days later it was delivered to Dan.
Okay, I'm gonna check to see if it's in here. Ooh, here it is. They made it. That's awesome.
Dan took the AirTag to the Golden Gate Bridge and some other sites around the San Francisco area. Next stop is Anniston, Alabama. The AirTag took a flight from San Francisco to Memphis and from there overland to Anniston. Its host Ken took the AirTag to Alabama's highest point and Chocoloco Park. With Alabama in the pocket, it's a short trip to Ronnie in Griffin, Georgia, who took the AirTag to some filming locations of The Walking Dead. Next up is San Antonio, Texas. The route there takes us from Atlanta back to Memphis and then on to San Antonio. Justin took the AirTag to some famous sites in downtown San Antonio. From Texas, we're going next to St. Louis in the state of Missouri. After dropping it off at the post office, the AirTag first flew to Louisville in Kentucky and then on to St. Louis. Rahul took the AirTag to the Gateway Arch and the St. Louis skyline. Maine is the next state to visit, and after Rahul mailed it from the post office, it went all the way overland to eventually reach Bruce in Bridgeton. He sent us these 3 photos from Maine. From Maine we go to Virginia, and after Bruce mailed it from this cute little post office, it stopped moving for 2 days.
Tonight, the storm known as Henri is tracking north after a rare landfall in New England.
After the weather had cleared, it was on the move again, and after a long overland route, it eventually arrived in Alexandria. It spent a month in Alexandria, and its host came down with COVID and had to be hospitalized. Unfortunately, he was never able to send me any photos, and his wife eventually sent the AirTag on to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I tracked the AirTag taking an overland route there, and Nick took the AirTag to downtown Tulsa. From Tulsa, it's back to the East Coast and we go to Maryland. The AirTag traveled to Oklahoma Airport and flew to Memphis again. After a short stop, it flew on to Baltimore. A few days later, it reached Ben, who took it around Queenstown. Uh-oh. Ben had put the AirTag on this little memorial plaque, and a gust of wind blew the AirTag behind the plaque and it was stuck between the plaque and the stone. Ben contacted Public Works, and the next day they rescued the AirTag and delivered it to his house. Ben had road trips planned to Delaware and New Jersey, so he first took our little friend to the beach in Delaware. The last road trip with Ben is to New Jersey, and a few days later he took the AirTag to the Manhattan skyline and the American Dream Mall. This AirTag has been traveling now for 5 months and visited 11 states and was hosted by 9 people. From here I decided to send the little AirTag first on a vacation to the US Virgin Islands, and from there we will pick up with all the other states in the next video. Of course, this video could not be done without the help of all the people who hosted an AirTag. If you live in a state that it has not visited yet and would like to help out, please contact me.